Hi guys, and today will be a video about Dragon Boy. It's a book I am thinking about making, and I've gotten like 10 pages in it, and I thought I'd read some of it to you today, and make sure you subscribe to me, my sisters, Lucy does stuff and Hannah does stuff, like the video, and tell your friends to come watch my videos. Thank you. So it's called Dragon Boy, and I'll start reading. Cosmic was sitting on his leaf pile, pondering on a reason why his parents left him when he was 1 year old. As of right now, Cosmic was 17 years old and living on a leaf pile, using up all day to look for a couple of deer and some berries. Cosmic thought that they probably left him because he was an ugly, weak, and fat brown dragon. Even when he was a tiny kid, he was a horrible dragon compared to others. He was never able to go to schooling because he didn't have any money, and didn't know where the school even was. He has seen other dragons walking past him before, but they always give him a horrible look. Sometimes they even start to bully him because of what he looks like. There was a dragon that walked past him every day, waved at him, and smiled. That dragon usually made his day, and that dragon would even ask if he needed anything that would help him. He never found out what the dragon's name was, but he went to school, and he said he would be going to college and wouldn't be able to see him anymore. Cosmic was a pretty smart dragon for never going to school, but compared to all the other dragons that went to school, he was stupid and ugly. That thought made his he was stupid and ugly. That's kind of like harsh words. So what else could I use for that? Type it in the comments and I will like it and give you a heart. Okay, that thought made his day horrible every single day. And the thought that he's never had any friends. Even though he had all those bad thoughts, the bad dragons bullying him, he was still very nice to everyone and wanted to stay that way. Cosmic had the same meal every single day, deer and berries, and nothing was wrong with it, but took almost all day to find food. Cosmic was on a quest looking for many deer to eat. He needed the food in order to survive the cold, harsh winter. Cosmic scoured for ages and ages, but found nothing. When he was flying home, he found a deer, and he devoured the deer with the bones in. He finally reached home, which was a bunch of leaves piled up. He lays on his leaves and tries to sleep, but he wonders why he doesn't have any dragon friends. He can't stop thinking about his hunger. So he goes out at night and finds some more deer or something to eat. I need to change the does to goes. He hears a twig fall. He wonders who or what did it. He found the twig just sitting there with no one around. No dragons, no animals, no humans. He decided he would bring the magical twig with him to his home. He set the twig right next to his bed. He didn't know why, but there was a feeling that told him to keep that stick. He wondered why, but he listened to that feeling and made sure to keep it with him or next to his leaf pile at all times. The morning, the twig wasn't next to his bed anymore. The twig was on him. He thought it must have been the wind, but he discarded the idea because there was absolutely no wind. I'll be right back. I gotta go do something, and I'll be right back with he put the thoughts about the twig off. And this might have to be 2 parts because it's gonna be basically 45 minutes long. So I'll be back. He put the thoughts about the twig off and decided he needs to make a couple of friends. He decided he would go to college. He would go to the college campus to make some friends. He found some really cool looking dragons, but when he went up to talk to them, they laughed at him because he was an ugly brown colored dragon. He decided that he would go for the dragons that looked more like him. There was one really nice dragon. His name was Doom. He was really nice, and I guess he had the best grades at his school. They decided that they wanted to hang out for a while. Cosmic learned that Doom was not very popular or cool. The other thing about Doom was that he was the smartest dragon in the college and had the highest grades in the school. He also questioned Doom about his early life and about any other cool things about him. He found out that his parents also left him at a very young age, but they brought him to his uncle and aunt. His uncle and aunt were really nice to him, and they told him that his parents had to leave for a very important trip. His uncle and aunt even taught him about some basic stuff at a very young age. The college that Doom and his aunt and uncle decided upon was Flyvard, and it is the top college for education. Doom and Cosmic hung out for the rest of the day, and Doom even taught Cosmic some cool tricks he learned in school. Cosmic decided on not telling Doom about the twig that moved overnight because he didn't want to sound stupid. Why aren't you in school? We're about the same age, said Doom. Cosmic decided he would tell him the truth. I'm not in school because my parents left me when I was a year old and I didn't have any money to go to school. I also didn't even know where school was, Cosmic sadly stated. Cosmic felt kind of relieved he could finally get that off his chest. That's really sad. I wish that we could have met earlier because my aunt and uncle would have helped you pay for schooling, Doom stated sadly. Doom had to go, but before he did, Doom said he would help teach Cosmic the basics. Cosmic felt amazing that he had a new friend, but he had to go to sleep because it was already late. He chose to put the twig on his belly this time. He made sure that the twig didn't move while he was trying to sleep, and it didn't, so he just fell to sleep. When he woke up, he felt something under him. He checked under him, and it was the twig. This time he knew no one could have lifted him up and put it under him because he was a heavy dragon. He still doesn't know what could have made it happen. He pondered for a while, thinking what could have done that, and the only thing that made any sense, was that there was a twig under him already. That idea he decided to overrule because he would have felt it. And another thing I could put there is he would have felt it and it probably would have broke anyway. He doesn't know any other possible way that could have happened. He decided to talk to Doom again after he was out of school. He knew it would be a long time before Doom was out of school, so he chose to go hunting for food. Later that day, I put there, so I should put, before the next paragraph, I should say, later that day, he was talking with Doom and told him about the twig and Doom said that there was no other way except magic. Magic is something that's going around our school as a rumor. The teachers haven't said anything about it except that dragons, just like nature, have magic within. Magic is involved in all of nature around us. The only species that can use magic are humans, and they have to use wands or sticks, Doom informed. Cosmic kept thinking about it and thought it might be a human's wand. I think this twig is a wand that belongs to a human because it moves around with no wind or no one around. What do you think that means? Cosmic questioned. He thought that maybe it was a wand that came to him because he was special. Doom said later, it can't be because it needs a human to use it. It can't just move on its own. Cosmic was talking with Doom for the rest of the day and trying to find ideas of how it could have moved like that. They didn't find any solutions. Doom asked, "Do you want to stay at my house instead of this?" Cosmic didn't want to leave his leaf pile, but in the end, it's just a leaf pile. He decided he would go stay with Doom and be roommates. "Yes, that'd be awesome," Cosmic agreed. They decided together that they would move in together tomorrow. He decided that he would put the twig right next to him. Doom's house was so big and fancy, and even had dragon-sized beds. It was in a different spot again. I should put like when he woke up or something like that, because it just goes from had dragon-sized beds to it was a different spot again. That happened for a long time before he accepted that that will happen every day. During that time period, he moved in with Doom, and Doom finished his schooling. Doom then started teaching Cosmic the basics and some really important information in general. He learned so much information from all the teaching that Doom gave. I forgot where it was. He learned so much information from all the teaching that Doom gave. Doom is his best friend, and they want to live together somewhere, but only when they have enough money to do that. Cosmic has putting it in the same spot at bed, and it moves to a different spot every time. So he feels like doing something different. He decided to pick it up, play with it, and mess with it, trying to see if anything would happen. It made a light go up in the air when he flicked it. He decided for the day he would research magic. By research, he meant to ask Doom. Doom said that there's a lot of information in the library about how humans use it. He decided he would read books. He would read the books. Cosmic told Doom about the light that happened the other day when he flicked it. Doom said that no other dragon has ever been able to use a wand. Doom also said that there was another rumor at the school that there'd only ever be one dragon that was able to use magic like humans. And what I should say is that instead of a rumor, that that there's a dragon researcher or something like that figured that out somehow, instead of it was a rumor. Okay, so I forgot where I left off, but I'll start off with Doom exclaimed right there. And so Doom exclaimed, "If you're the one dragon that can use magic, we should go to the principal at the college I went to called Livewood. They would let you in, but probably only teach you about magic. Would that be okay with you?" Cosmic thought about the idea of all that, but if he couldn't do simple stuff that almost all dragons that went to school could do, he would be a dragon that can do magic, but not the normal stuff. "I think it'd be better if I did mostly magic learning, but also took classes on the normal things, because if I'm a dragon that can do magic, but I can't do normal things, that'll limit my skills with magic," Cosmic stated. Doom agreed with that, and they decided to sleep for the day and talk to the principal tomorrow. They talked more about it and decided to go to the principal, Miss Hydra, as early as possible in the morning. They talked for a while about what he could do with magic. In the morning, the same thing happened as always. It moved without anyone being able to move it. They had to fly a little bit to get to the college, and once they were there, they decided to go find the principal dragon. It took them a little bit to find her because she wasn't in her office, but they found her. They talked to her and told her about how they think, about how they think Cosmic can use magic. bye guys, and make sure you like and subscribe to my sisters. Lucy does stuff and Hannah does stuff. And there will be a second part to this, so goodbye.